This playthrough is rated T for teen.
It's tough being the fated child, but someone's gotta do it. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with the finale of Breath of Fire 2. In the last episode, we went through the Abyss Tower, fought Barbaroi, mano y mano, and we're able to get what we needed to fight deathevan itself, which waits beyond this door. So for the final battle of the game, we're going with Emperor's Edge, Aries Shield, Dragon Armor, and Dragon Helm. I'm going to give some Wisdom Braces to Ryu, and then when we use the Barrier spell on him, he should have 255 Wisdom. So he'll be able, because Barrier doubles your Wisdom stat, and it should give me 255 Wisdom, so I won't get insta-death, because the main boss can actually insta-kill you. Bosch, I wanted him to give him Speed Shoes, so his Vigor goes up past 139, which I believe is the Vigor stat of the final boss. Means you'll be faster than him. Give him Crimson Cave, Shiny Helm, Aries Shield, and Twin Bow. Sten, we're going Slicer, Aries Shield, Shiny Helm, Life Armor, and we'll give him a Wisdom Brace and a Life Brace. Now, unfortunately, I will not be able to get his Wisdom up to 255, so we're going to give him the Life Brace so he survives instant death attacks. And then finally, Spar, we're going to go a little bit different with her. We're going to give her Courage Belts instead because of her Blossom ability that I showed off one episode, or the last episode. I didn't really get to show off fully. Basically what it is you activate it, then for 4 turns, she goes Berserk, and it doubles her attack stat. So it does quite a bit of damage there. So if you're not going to be using a Spar for healing or anything, perfect ability to use on him. So, alright, let's do it. It's time to fight God himself. It ain't a JRPG unless you fight God. Now is it? Harpsichord music. Of course you need that for the final area of the game. Wait, that's God? Nice, standard old man, white hair, white beard, so I guess it makes sense. You have done well to come this far, fated child, or rather, Nicanor. Now, when I was a kid, I had no idea what Nicanor meant, but apparently it's a reference to, like, at least from what I understand, it's supposed to be a reference to some Spanish writing. It's from a guy called Gabriel Garcia Marquez, which he quotes the El Atono del Patricia, referring to the name death calls those who are about to die. So, interesting reference there. I didn't figure that out. Other people have. It's one of those things you don't really know. I didn't really research it till I was looking up stuff, like just recently, and I don't even know. Other people did it for me, basically. Not, you know what I mean, like they already found it, and I just looked it up, and I'm like, oh, someone already mentions it, so. Nicanor, I must offer you my gratitude for opening the gate. Once I pass through, I will shower this world in my blessing. In destruction, all will look upon their God and know only pure bliss as they pray for death. So if you are a guide, you say yes? Okay. There's nobody up there. Be happy to see you right now. And who the hell's this Nicanor you keep babbling about? Well, dude? Pardon the confusion. I was expecting you would understand. Nicanor is the name of the dead. It is your name. What the? He stashed us a crystal or something? You are all dead. Wait, are you Fist of the North Star-ing me? You're already dead. Uh-oh, that's not good. That guy's invincible, basically. Sealed as you are inside that crystal, your existences are meaningless. Within, you shall suffer for eternity. That's a little bit extreme, don't you think, dude? Do not mourn for yourselves. Soon you should be joined with every other living thing in this world. Join with them in death. Hey now, can't we talk about this? Oh. Oh, even God was surprised. Oh? This is the power of the fated child? Yeah, what of it, dude? Ryu has the power to break out of stuff. Do you honestly believe you have the power to challenge me? To challenge God? Well, yes, I do. Such impertinence. Huh? Where'd you go? What the? Bosh. His fate was intertwined with that of the fated child from childhood. The two became friends and allies, and destiny led him to this place. And thus, he was erased from the world. Bosh, no! You fiend! How does it feel to be utterly helpless? I shall return your friends to the dust one by one, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. This is the difference between your power and mine. You can't get away with this, God! Stan, he lived his life running away from who he was and what he was meant to do. But in the fated child, he saw the courage to challenge destiny and learn to confront his past. Thus, he was erased from this world. No, Stan! How could you kill my allies? You evil monster! Aspara. Once upon a time, he believed that everything in this world had a logical, rational explanation. But his encounter with the fated child changed his perceptions. I can't even see Aspara because he's in his turnip form. He began to see that courage and will could change the world in ways that knowledge alone cannot. Thus, he was erased from this world. No, not the grass, man! That's the worst thing you could do. Ugh. You're not gonna get away with this, God. Or maybe he will, I don't know. It must hurt, Ryu. Your pitiful lives, they break so easily in the hands of God. Hero, fated child, whatever others may call you, you are but an ant caught beneath a tidal wave. I will go forth and lay waste to all you hold dear, and you will be unable to do anything but watch, cursing your own weakness for all eternity. What can we do? Nuts. Well, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to use our directional pad to break out, so. The cry of Ryu's heart shattered deathevan's seal. Alright, folks, be prepared to meet the most awesome thing in gaming history. At least in this game, specifically. Time to fight deathevan himself. You dare resist my power yet again? Your impudence upsets me greatly, Ryu. You're not gonna get away with this, you monster. Ryu snaps at the sight of deathevan. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Oh, this music is awesome, dude. Bow to my power, Ryu. All right, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins! Oh, we're going so fast he can't hit us with his blast attack. Yeah, go, Ryu, go! Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite segments in old school gaming. Just, this moment is so epic. The music, Ryu running through the blast of God. You know, we're pissed off. We're ready to, you know, kick ass and take names. You can't handle me, deathevan. You can't handle the fated child. Bam! Oh yeah, epic. This is most modern games do not have these epic moments anymore. I swear to God, this God right here. I miss this type of stuff, man. I don't know. This still gives me chills to this day. You know, what do you feel about this game? This scene's awesome. How could I lose to an insect such as you? Impossible! Impossible! I cannot die. I am God! Well, gods can be beaten, so says the Buddha. Where'd he go, anyway? Uh-oh. What's that noise? I am God, undying, almighty, everlasting. Roar! Fated child! Uh-oh. He's upgraded. For final boss battle against deathevan. And what's with all the phallic symbols? Oh man, yeah. I think the Barbaroi final his boss theme is a little bit more epic than deathevan's, but anyway, we got to fight against deathevan. Now, what he does in this phase of the fight is he basically uses that explosion attack that he did during the running scene, and it basically just does half damage every time, and then he will eventually kill you. So it's not he won't finish you off till a moment. But anyway, so what we have to do to get to the next section is we need to use Infinity to activate the final actual battle. Yeah, explosion that does half damage to me. So no matter what it is, I take half damage. I mean, it's a cool looking attack, but here it comes. Taste the power of the rainbow. I mean, Infinity, deathevan. We unlocked the stars, it seems like. Ryu's mind was flooded with thoughts of his friends. Poor Rand. And Lynn, Cat. What are you all thinking? Nina. Tapeta. The romancer. Blue, the sleeping deity. Or something like that. Sorry we didn't bring you along. Ryu thought of the dragon brood. Wow, he only showed a couple of people, huh? Not even the whole group. And then the sealed door. Ryu thought of the world. The world and those living in it. And the Bergen still chased by the demons. Yeah, sorry, Mina. There were people who had fought alongside Ryu, people he had sworn to protect. What the? Hey, they're back! The power of infinity, baby! And here they come, charging in! I'm gonna need your help, fellas, because, well, as you can see, Ryu knew that the time had finally come for him to fulfill his fate. Arrogant whelp, how disgraceful that you have managed to defy God's will for so long. Farewell then, I will rend the flesh from your bones. Death is but the beginning. The pain I shall visit upon this world will be the subject of poetry and song. I will kill and kill and kill and kill. I hate you! For final boss battle against deathevan. Now this is the final boss fight itself. Oh yeah, I probably switch back to scatter here. So, all right. So deathevan, we need to prep for him because he's got a lot of HP. He's got 10,000 HP. And he can do quite a lot of different abilities. So let's start off with Kaiser Dragon. We need to start buffing each other as well. So, all right, let's get a. Let's see. How do I want to start this? Might go with. I'm trying to think if I want to shield with him. And then we need to get our soul shields activated on our characters as well, so they don't get insta death. So we'll use that on Ryu, and then Bosch. And I think Aspara's is almost 255, so it might be fine there. So yeah, we basically want to do a lot of buffing for this guy. He's got 10,000 HP, 1,000 AP, 400 attack, 140 defense, 138 agility, level 80, 6 magic resistance, not strong or weak to any attacks, 1 in 256 chance. Arrogant child, be gone! Aw, he started off with that. Yeah, his that's his negate power attack. Basically, it all magic things we activated got nullified. So, all right, he doesn't drop any experience or any because it's the final boss fight. All right. So, if affected by Hush or another ability, he can use Dispel, but he can also use Dispel whenever he wants to. He has 3 different attack variances, which is based off of a couple of things. He also has some variations to his Dispel, depending on how many. So if he's either hushed or whatever, he'll cast a spell. If you cast so many stat up or down spells, there's a it's 10 plus the spells cast divided by 64 is the chance of him casting Dispel. Then he's got 3 different variations of his attack, which is based off his HP score. So he's got one for when he's 5,000 to 10,000 HP. Then he's got one for when he's 2,500 to 4,999. And he's got below 2,500 HP. We'll see. We got Soul Shield on Bosch. So, okay. Okay, let's see. Bosch got Soul Shield, so I'm gonna use Soul Shield on you. And you know what? Let's go and activate Blossom. Because we'll start getting her Berserk. So, okay, so for his first round of attacks, he has an 8/60 chance to attack, 3 in 16 chance to Cold Breath, 3 in 16 chance to cast Death. And what the heck is that? Anyway, yeah, another phallic symbol. And he's got 2 in 16 chance to cast Absorb. So, okay, keep fighting him. Let's go and heal with you, Bosch. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, I need to get a area shield on Aspara. Should have done that last turn. So wait till we get a area shield on her. She'll do a lot more damage. Should have activated the because her stats go up too, but she becomes Berserk for 4 turns. Ah man. Alright, fine. Well, at least it's not him casting Death or anything like that, at least. Yeah, let's do that again. So, alright. Attack. Well, she can do more damage than that. It's just, you know, he keeps dispelling our attacks. Ugh, gross. Nice. Alright, let's keep attacking. Yeah, heal myself. I guess I'll soul shield. Well, I want to use Sorako and stuff like that, but there we go. 339 damage. Nice. If only she could crit too. Oh well. I guess I could go over his next set of attack. Ooh, nice breath. Yeah, we'll vitalize. I usually use Bosch for healing. Man, we're getting quite a few death blows. Very nice. Yeah, we'll vitalize with you. I think I want to just go and soul shield Bosch. Yeah, I guess so. There we go. Death blow. Holy crap! Yeah. For phase B, he's got a 6 and 16 chance to attack, 32 chance to cold breath, 5 and 32 chance to death, 3 and 16 chance to absorb, and 2 and 16 chance to use bone laser. Let's see. Absorb is I guess that's yeah. Drains 3 HP by 8, max of 60, and AP up to max of 20, all characters when he does the absorb ability. And then Bone Laser is just an ability that hits everyone. Okay. Yeah, Vitalize again. I could probably start casting magic with Stan, so yeah, let's go with Sorako. Oh yeah, she's out of because it only lasts for 4 turns, so. Yeah, not a ton of damage. It's going to be up to Aspara and Ryu to do all the damage for this fight. I mean, you could also just Kaiser Dragon the crap out of the final boss, and that would work too. Well, at least it's not him casting death or whatever. And then for his final phase, round C, he's got 3 and 16 chance to attack, 2 and 16 chance to cold breath, 2 and 16 chance to death, 4 and 16 chance to absorb, and 5 and 16 chance to bone laser. So he is more likely to do it during his final round than. Alright, buff up again. Yeah, you're not getting crit as much. I used turbocharges before the battle, but yeah, you can lose your turbocharges before, or you can lose your conditions by other means, so. Yeah, overall, deathevan actually really is not a super hard boss fight. Not really, anyway. At least I don't believe he is. Actually, Barbroy is harder, just in general, so. Yeah, we'll rejuvenate Ryu. So I already did Ares Shield on those two. Guess I'll go back to Soul Shielding like my Ryu or something like that. Yeah, I wish he'd crit, but still does a lot of damage. Oh yeah, did I I had to cast Shield again. I forgot to do that. Well, too late now. I could always use Heart Attack. I still got some Heart Attacks left. Well, it's because I forgot he, got rid of those, so. Although I do have a Vitalize with, well, the more I give myself abilities, the more he, let's see. Yeah, I'll Soul Shield, Bosch. Still does a lot of damage, so. I'm trying to think what else to really say about this fight. I've already mentioned all of his abilities and everything like that, so. Like I said, it is possible to get Hush on him. But, but then that activates Dispel attack almost instantly, so I'd rather not do that, so. There we go. Yeah, Ryu. Go, go, go. More crits. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with Sorako again. Yeah, I'm not getting lucky with the crits, otherwise I'd be doing like 700 damage per turn with her. I should just attack. Just because he's not really doing much damage with his magic. Become the power of God. Oh, there's his absorb ability. Ow. What's really the magic that lost it? So he's under 2,500 HP at this point. Nice. We're getting there. I think she's out of her. Yeah, absorbed our AP. I guess I could use. Well, let's see. I mean, I don't really need the wisdom fruit or anything like that, so. Actually, yeah, we'll have Sten use that vitalizer I've got. Why not? I've got one, so. Yeah, you can tell he's almost dead if he's activating absorb more often. Yeah, might as well help with the damage. Oh, well. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use that magic fruit on Bosch. Where are you, Mr. Fruit? Surprised he's not using Dispel magic. I've hit him with quite a few magic attacks. I'm really just doing Vitalize just in case, you know, he hits me with anything nasty, but none of his attacks really would do that much damage to me. Yeah, I was like, he's basically just gonna use Absorb on us all the time now. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing it because I don't know what else to really. He probably is in his final phase because he's using Absorb pretty frequently. He's hitting it with max Absorb too, so yeah, he's gonna keep doing it. He's taking away all my AP. He's gotta almost be done by now. Actually, maybe we should just kind of rush it at this point. There we go. Got him. What does it feel like to beat a god? It feels awesome. If someone asks if you're a god, you say yes! Yeah, it isn't a JRPG unless we defeat God. Or some version of God. Hey, it was even such a powerful boss fight. We got kicked out of our fusions. What? Why? Why, Ryu? Why do you wish to destroy me? Because you wish to destroy me and my friends and the whole world? Durr. Why? Death, ruin, destruction. It is the fate of this world. Why won't you see that? Why is it that I must perish in its stead? Dude, if you want to destroy the world, just destroy yourself and be done with it. Leave us out of it. I cannot understand. Why does this world deny its fate? What drives you reject death? Because I want to live? I cannot understand. I shall fade from this world. Let me dream of destruction. Farewell, Nicanor. Bye, good riddance. We really pulled it off, didn't we, partner? That was no ordinary crystal deathevan trapped us in. It was death given form. If it hadn't been for your strength, we would be trapped still. Because you trusted in us, Master, Infinity was able to bring us back. Of course, Master, we all trust in you as well. And by the way, there is different dialogue with each character that's in your party at this point, especially if you have whoever the fourth party member is also has a final line to say before everything. It defies all logic, but it appears courage alone can change the world. I guess so. Hey, happy music. But it wasn't just our strength that won the day, was it? All the people back in town, they gave their strength to us as well, don't you think? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they weren't there in the physical form, they were in the spiritual though. One by one, the faces of Ryu's friends flashed across his mind, and for whatever reason, he realized he desired nothing greater in the world than to see them all again. He wished to share his triumph over the dark god with all of them, and share his joy with one and all. Alright, let's just run. Yeah, let's run. Otherwise, you'd have to walk all the way up here. If we walk, the game will be over. Yeah, whoever your final party member is, they'll have a line of dialogue here. Elder Tree, I think I finally understand. In this world, determination is the most powerful and important thing. It's a nice word, determination. Yeah, this game did it before Undertale. Suck it. And I believe the determination of these brave souls will continue to shape and change the world. Sorry, I like Undertale in a way, but I really hate how certain things are just accredited to it, as opposed to other games that came before it. Anyway, let's just enjoy the end of the game, huh? Shall we? Deathevan's been defeated. Everything's been topped off nicely. There should be nothing else we have to worry about, right? No last-minute decisions. No, wait, is that Patty or is that the clone that they had? I heard in the GBA version she gets a couple of lines of dialogue or something like that added because it was kind of weird how she just kind of disappears from the plot. Like right after Hallbach knocks her into the grass, she just disappears. I'm like, what? Really? This whole time we were trying to find Yua, found Yua, and then she just, that's it? I don't even think they ever have a moment where they go, oh, brother, you know. I guess it's implied when you beat the game. Huh, what did the Dragon Sage say to us? Nah, it's probably nothing. Yeah, I guess in the official translation of the game, this is called Breath of Fire 2, The Fated Child, or Breath of Fire Fated Child, or something like that. At least that's the official. But yeah, what's with the sad music? I mean, we beat the game and everything like that. Yeah, it's probably just the reminiscent music. I like the animation of Cat, like, sitting and her wiggling her tail. I don't know why. Yeah, you get some unique animations from some of the characters here that isn't anywhere else. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, 2009 was the translation, the fan translation of this game. So that was added for this. Ah. Somber, happy music, so. I wonder Deathevan, he did say some weird stuff, but it's probably nothing we'd rather think about, so. Yeah, I'm probably just thinking, we won the game, right? There's nothing else to really worry about. All the way, partner. That's the way, partner. Yeah, through and through. How'd you guys get out of this dungeon? I wonder if all the enemies disappear when Deathevan dies, probably. If there's one thing I've learned on my journey with you, Ryu, it's that in their darkest hour, humans have the power to do amazing things. You're a credit to your entire kind. I have to confess, Master, I'm at a loss for words. I suppose the only appropriate thing I can say right now is congratulations. Now you're blushing, Ryu. I'm certain everyone is wondering what's happening by now. I can't wait to see the looks on their faces. Yeah, let's go home and enjoy the ride. Is everything all right? Yeah, it's fine. I just want to kind of soak it all up in. Now, what's wrong, Ryu? Something was indeed troubling Ryu. What do you mean? You have done well, fated child. Your exemplary actions have granted the Dragon Brood their ancient wish. Yes, with Deathevan defeated, the remaining demons have lost their power. We shall continue to watch the world as always, but thanks to your efforts, the demons shall trouble the world no more. Again, congratulations, our daughter, young hero Ryu. The prophecy has been fulfilled. The dark god's grip upon the world has been shattered, and peace will return once again. There is no reason for you to remain here in darkness. Return to the light of the world above. Return there with your friends. Farewell, Ryu. We shall not meet again, Ryu, but you have my eternal thanks. Your fate lies elsewhere. It remains you to follow it. Why do we have sad music? Like, this should be happy time. Defeated. Shattered. Not once had the Dragon Sage said that Deathevan had been destroyed completely and decisively. Well, how could we? Is he like Zeromus or something like that, where he's always going to come back every time because of the hatred and humanity and all that? I guess it's different in Deathevan's case, but I cannot understand. I shall fade from this world and let me dream of destruction. Farewell, Nicanor. Or is it Nicanor? Nicanor? I don't know. I know a bit of Spanish, and yes, I am like 25% Hispanic, but yeah, I wasn't really taught Spanish that well, so. Anyway, Ryu saw another meaning of the sage's words. Deathevan had been defeated, but not erased completely. His shadow remained, and one day the Lord of Darkness would return to consume the world. Well, what can we do then? Ryu's fate had yet to be fulfilled. What? What do you mean? We beat the game. It should be happy ending time, right? No. Where'd Ryu go? A victory party jitters, no doubt. Oh, well, I'll go look for him. What the? That's a dragon cry. No, Ryu, what? You couldn't, you shouldn't have. Why'd you do that? Pardon, but am I missing something? Why is the Kaiser dragon? Oh my. All right, you win. Your dragon form is far more amazing than any of my magic tricks. And now that that's settled, please stop being foolish and come home. You think it's your fate as a dragon to guard this gate, don't you, Ryu? But you've already fulfilled your fate by slaying deathevan. No demons will emerge from these gates again. By the way, this occurs if you do not save Garner or don't put him in the castle flying machine, by the way, so you get this scene to occur instead. And so Ryu slept, guarding the gates of the netherworld just as his mother did. Ryu and his friends made a brave stand against the dark god Deathevan and defeated him. But that was not the end of the story. Deep inside, Ryu knew that even though he had sundered the form of Deathevan, his wicked spirit lingered. If left to fester beneath the earth, his evil would emerge once again to cover the world in pain and darkness. Ryu followed the dragon's heart that beat within him and chose to watch over the gate. He believed in this path. He was the fated child. Even in his deep slumber, Ryu heard his friends begging for him to return. But he knew that goodbyes were unnecessary. He knew that one day he would see them all again. Perhaps far in the future, in the eyes of their descendants. And with that, the game ends. Sad but somber. And that's it. So let's watch the credits roll and watch how things go. By the way, I consider this the canon ending of the game. Yeah, there is a better ending, but as somber as it is, as sad it is, and yes, everyone likes, oh, there's Gainer in his, like, anime form. That's kind of cool. I consider this the canon ending, that Ryu does what his mom does. It's just, I don't know, it just seems to fit. But yeah, let's watch the credits roll, and yeah, watch how all the people have names and stuff like that, like kind of they did back in the day. Yeah, I don't know, but that's what I feel. I feel like this is the canon ending. But anyway, let's get happy music after the sad ending. Yay! And there's Mina and Susie. Aw, too bad Mina turned into a bird and basically for no reason. Anyway, happy music. But yeah, let's just watch our journey as we watch the credits roll. What can I say about this game? Probably not the best game out of the series, but this game has I like the fact that all the characters in the town have a unique name on there. As you can see, there's some of them are kind of silly though. But this game like has a place in my heart just because even though I played Breath of Fire 1, Breath of Fire 2 really, I don't know, just stood apart for me from certain, even though I'd play like all the SNES RPGs, you know, oh, there's the Nero. It's weird because this game's plot isn't very good when you think about it because, you know, typical save the world, and it kind of disappears for half of it. And really most of the Breath of Fire games really aren't very strong on plot when you really think about it. But there's so many cool moments in the game and just the character interactions. Yeah, there's also not a lot of character development either. There's like brief stints of character development. You know how Bosch goes on one last thieving run. Rand fights the... oh yeah, there's the cat there. Rand fights off his... tries to fight off the men off of his mom's land. Cat joining Tiga, Nina, trying to turn into the Great Bird. Aspara didn't really get a scene. Not really. Topeta kind of does with the cooking tournament. Diaz obviously gets nothing because she's just a cameo character. There's Nina. And then Nina, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, if I had to rate the plot, I'd probably rate it like a 4 out of 10 or something like that. Like I said, it gives you just enough story to continue on, but it really doesn't. I wish there was more of a villain presence of the game, too. Like, I feel like it's a lot of side stories up to finally, I mean, it finally gets going when you finally get to really near the end when you finally get all your party members and Tiga and them go actually fight the church. That's when it really kicks off, actually, after that. In terms of my favorite plot of the game, if you had to go with character plots, probably Snes is probably the best one out of all of them, probably. Yeah, I'd say so, just because of his, he does solo rat through a high tower or whatever. But yeah, anyway, yeah, plot isn't that great, but there's a lot of other great, like I said, great moments in the scene, like when you charge into, there's one of the villagers who got face hugged. Charging of deathevan, attacking the church head on, Hallbalks, killing not Susie, Shelly. The transformations were really cool, especially all the variants you could get out of that. The music was fantastic in this game. One of the better soundtracks Breath of Fire's had good soundtracks, but I think Breath of Fire 2 has a pretty solid soundtrack overall. Oh, there's the witch lady, Nympho. I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to get my words together, because like I said, this is one of those RPGs I grew up with, Nympho Manch. And it's really hard to put into words what I feel about this game. Like, I think I think the game mechanics were also much improved. Oh, there's Tapeda's sister. Okay, apparently she's really strong. The gameplay mechanics are a lot more improved from the previous version, just because there's a lot more buffs and debuffs, and there's a lot more characters are more useful, even though they're not and are at the same time. Like in the first game, it was just merged with Karn, and that's pretty much it. In this game, it was use Bo and Bosch and Sten and Aspar, and that's pretty much it. But still, the other characters are useful at certain parts, and you could make the other characters useful. It's just overall, those three characters and there's the princess. But yeah, I think overall this game is much improved from the first game, just in terms of, like I said, there wasn't a ton of character development, there was still more character development than the first game, and more plot than the first game. Not much, but there still was. And like I said, different, and with the fusion system, you can, mix and match your characters. You can make characters that weren't as good and make them a bit better. I might do a bonus episode where I show off the rest of the fusions, because I didn't show them off in this. But, because there's other content I haven't shown off, like the best ending of the game, because there is another ending to this game. But I wanted to show this ending first, because I feel that for the main playthrough, I wanted this ending to be shown, because I consider this canon. Personally. I don't know, I feel like it just fits. There's the weight loss wizard, the diet wizard, whatever. GG Cup. Yeah, that's the name of the engineer that fixes the flying machine in your, get it? The reference. And there's Rand's mom. Kind of sad that she died, but, Rand's moment. Yeah, too bad I wasn't able to show off beating the music mini game in this game. I am just not good at music, and I'm not tone deaf, but I could not get it to work. There's videos online of people doing the actual music mini game a lot better than I could, so I would just say look that up, because I'm not gonna spend like hours and hours and hours trying to get that to work. And yes, this is the same guy who got the best ending in Dragonhaven or Drekengard 3 or whatever, that's really hard to do. But I was able to find a easy tutorial for that one, because there was obvious ticks in that one. In this game, it's a little bit harder. But, the king's all right. I guess he survived his sickness, so at least Nina could go back to the parents. Too bad their youngest daughter is a bird now. All right. Trying to think of what else to really say. Sorry, usually you would think I'd have a huge script ready to go on what I'm going to say during the credits, but I'm just doing it on the. There's a Sybil or whatever. And then Tiga beating us because he wants to go out with Lynn, but then he's like, I actually like a human woman instead, so. I don't know. I just, like I said, I don't know if this is my favorite Breath of Fire, but it is up there. I don't know. Breath of Fire 2 is really, I like it. It's either Breath of Fire 3 or 2, I think. And 3, the only reason I would knock 3, there's Ray, is 3 is because of a very, very specific scene in the game. I think it's about past the halfway point. Everyone knows what it is. It's that one section of the game that no one likes. That kind of makes it hard for me putting it top tier. And then the fourth game's good too, but it has its own set of problems. And the Dragon Quarter, well, I like that game, but that game is different. Let's just say that. And I never actually... Oh, Patty. Ooh. Yeah, Patty, you're an actual... Very, very cute. Yeah, Dragon Quest VI, I never actually played... Oh, there's some of the fusions, by the way, right there with Lyn and Tapeda. But... Yeah, I never played Dragon Quest 6 or Dragon Quest 6, Breath of Fire 6. Sorry, because it was just a mobile game. So, yeah, Breath of Fire kind of got the crappy treatment later on. So, oh, and there's Deathevan or him in his god form or whatever. That's. Like I said, that scene is epic. I don't know what could top that from SNES era. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of cool scenes in the SNES era, but this, I don't know why, it gives me goosebumps when he just like charges on in. The music kicks in, he charges in and just kicks ass and takes names. Ryu Bateson? Or Bateson? What? That's his last name? Yeah, okay. And then there's Valerie and her 2 children, Ryu and Yua. Man, Ryu was an overweight child. Look at that. Well, thank you, Capcom, for making this game. Too bad your translation on this game was very, very bad. I had to play the retranslated version of the game to make sense of half of it. I still appreciate that Capcom brought this out, nonetheless. You know, the redhead stepchild of RPGs, I guess, overall, because obviously it was overshadowed by Final Fantasy and other such franchises, but it has its own set of entertainment. By the way, it plays the Faded. I think it's called the Faded Child is what this song is called. And then it just plays this. I think it changes the color of the dragon tear at the very end. And yeah, that's what the dragon tear looks like if I didn't mention it before. So, but yeah, I might do like maybe 1 or 2 bonus episodes of the same. 1 to show the best ending of the game. And then 2 to show off the fusions. I might take a break from the game and come back to this later. Maybe do the bonus episodes another day. If there's anything, for anyone who catches the end of it, if there's anything that anyone wants me to add specifically, I'll try to add it. But... I said those are only 2 things I can really think of. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this franchise. If I had to rate this game, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10 in terms of because there is issues, like I said, with plot and certain pacing issues and stuff like that. But you know, from me who really likes the game, I'd probably rate it higher. But I'm trying to be realistic about the overall rating of the game. You know, I said not great plot, but great music, a lot of good scenes, and just really a lot of it is nostalgia for me. For this game. I'm glad I finally was able to do it after all these years. I've been waiting to play it, but I didn't know the right time to do it. And I guess now is the right time. So what's next outside the bonus episodes? Well, I'd go with Breath of Fire 3 eventually. I might take a break from the Breath of Fire series for a little while, go on to something else, and maybe come back to it. Because I do want to play Breath of Fire 3. It's been forever, and I need to go through some playtests before I go through that. But, well, in the end, I'll do what I do, and I hope you all will join me for the ride there. And I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Breath of Fire 2 and all its glory. And yeah, I realize I used the same characters throughout basically the whole game, but what can you do when you want to just min-max this game? But for those who stuck around to the very end, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.